the story of advertising is also storytelling, as it is in the theatre, you know. And I thought I'd just tell you a little joke that happened when I was working with Sir Richard Attenborough in the film Gandhi. And I was playing, as you probably know, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the man who created Pakistan and ruined a wonderful country called India by dividing it into two. But it was a great role. And one day after shooting, he having a chat, having a drink, and he said, "Have you still heard the story of the doctor and the patient?" I said, "No." He said, "It goes like this. You know, one day, a doctor rang up his patient, and he said, Mr. Shah, I have just seen your X-ray reports, and I have some good news for you, and I have some bad news for you. Which would you like to hear first, the good news or the bad news?" "The good news, the bad news." "The good news, please, doctor, the good news, the good news." So the doctor said, "Well, the good news is that I've seen your X-ray reports, and I have to inform you that you have 24 hours to live." He said, "That's the good news, doctor." "Oh my God, what's the bad news?" He said, "Well, the bad news, Mr. Shah, is, I don't know how to tell you this, but the bad news is that I was supposed to phone you yesterday." So, what is the good news and the bad news in the world? As we look at it today, let's face it, the bad news is the world is a mess. A mess. But the good news is that Donald Trump is going to fix it. Okay, so what's my story? Story number one. Now, I'm going to concentrate on how stories inspire not only wonderful emotions, but also wonderful concepts. And this one is to do with a very famous product that you probably all know if you live in India, and that is surf washing powder. It's called Mummy Knows Best. A round of applause to the ladies. Okay. At Alyque, as my advertising agency, we had a problem with surf washing powder. It was being beaten to shreds by Nirma. The reason was surf was priced at 21 rupees a kilo in those days, and Nirma was priced at 7 rupees a kilo. So the obvious answer was they preferred the price of Nirma, and they began to run away from surf and buy Nirma, until finally Nirma overtook the great Hindustan lever surf. We tried every trick in the book, but our decline continued and continued. The price difference of 3 to 1 was just too much. Then suddenly, in a dream maybe, I don't know, a story came up to me. And I remember it happened when I was about 6 years old. And I remember my mother waking me up. Alyque beta, huh? See what I brought, see what I brought. What? What time is it? I said, "Oh, come on, it's at 6 o'clock in the morning." But I went specially to get it because I knew you and all your brothers and sisters would be delighted. And I have bought a Mercedes-Benz. I said, "A Mercedes-Benz? My God, Mummy, how much did that cost?" She said, "Oh, it's just 25 lakhs. I said, 25 lakhs? I could say, in those days, not today. Probably it cost 100 lakhs. And I said, 25 lakhs? Wonderful, let's go for a ride in the car. We went for a ride in the car. We had a wonderful time. Came back home, and I was having my lunch when I heard my mother arguing with someone. So I went to the front door and I saw the sabzi wali. She used to come every morning. My mother was a very good bargain hunter. So she was arguing with the sabzi wali. She was saying, "Hey, 5 rupiah nahi, 4 rupiah kilo. Yeah, 4 rupiah kilo. Tomato ke liye 4 rupiah kilo. नहीं मैम साहब 5 रुपया किलो, 1 ही रुपया है. Should give up." So after that I went to my mother and said, "You bought a car for 25 lakhs of rupees and you are arguing about 1 rupee with the sabzi wali? What is the meaning of this? You know, this is a kind of dichotomy." said dichotomy, dichotomy. I soon said, huh? I don't know dichotomy, right copy, wrong copy. I am telling you that you don't understand business. In business, value is more important than price. Price is not the way we buy by value. And a lot of people make that mistake. So, that's an eye-opener. Rushed back to the office, got my team together, my trade team, and said, let's turn out a film. Huh? Yes? So, an ad film which will change the whole narrative, what they call the narrative. That is, to change it from price, which is what our competitor has been insisting on, and change it to value. What are you buying? Are you buying a rat or are you buying a lion? Huh? And that's the difference. So, we began to work on it. But what happened was, the creative challenge was, how to make that believable? All very good to say, oh, I can, this is a very great idea, but how do you make it believable? How do you turn it into an action? So we worked and worked, we created a character called Alyque ji. All of those who are over, say, 40, 45 in this room will probably remember her. Those before that, I'm afraid she's off the screen. She was a great, great ambassador for surf. We invented this character of Alyque ji. And Alyque ji was a hard-headed bargain hunter who said, I will only buy at your price if I believe you can deliver value. And this was a big, big difference. So, just within a few weeks, the ad agency produced this character. And we searched high and low to get a person who would epitomize, who else? Who would epitomize, would be the spitting image of my mother. Yes, Alyque ji was actually, for those who remember Alyque ji, she was actually the way my mother spoke. She was always very sarcastic. When she said beta, she didn't mean I love it, son. She meant you idiot. Beta. Then I knew. The time was to listen to mommy. So anyway, listening to mommy here, we created this character of Alyque ji. And it was so simple. And you will see the film, it's a rather old film, it was one of the earlier films that we made, and I don't have a good print. But bear with me with the print we've got, and let's see how in a simple 30-second TV film, in a 30-second TV film, we can change the housewife saying, no, surf is too expensive, it's too expensive, it's too expensive. Nirma is cheap, Nirma, I'll buy cheap. Yes, I can't afford 21 rupees, it's only 7 rupees for Nirma. Let me buy Nirma. How do we change that perception? And the story of my mother. And the great thing about this film is that at first, a lot of the people in the Hindustan Lever said, what kind of a housewife is this? She doesn't smile, she's firing everyone, she's firing her son, she's firing this person, she's firing the post Bhajiwala. She's not the kind of person we want to project for her, to be a nice, beautiful toothpaste smile and always smiling, laughing and this and that. And I said, that's the whole point. What we want is a tough lady. A lady who demands what she wants and she's not going to smile. She's going to be strict about it, a bargain hunter. And this amazing transformation happened and people began to believe her. After this film was released, so we didn't know what to do because there were questions being asked. Do you think I should buy this product? I'm sending you a picture of a boy who's asking for my girl in marriage. Do you think he should marry her? And all sorts of weird kind of questions. And we didn't know what to do, so we began to reply to them. So after a while, after 3 or 4 years, Alyque ji was very, very, very well known all over India. And so, from declining from 70,000 tons a year to 40,000 tons, suddenly began to climb up again and touched over 100,000 tons. So people renewed their confidence in surf, not because we gave them a cheaper price, because he pointed out that price was not the criteria. What was the criteria? Was value. What did it do for your clothes? Did you take care of them? Did they give you the whiteness you wanted, and so on and so forth. And then in a newspaper survey, suddenly there was an item that appeared that said, "We've just done a popularity poll of television celebrities. Top of the rank, there's no doubt about it, right at the top is Indira Gandhi, our beloved Prime Minister. And number 2 is someone called Lalita ji." So we were very surprised and very happy, of course, but it's amazing that if you meet, as the Reader's Digest used to say, an unforgettable character, you will never forget her. And this is a very interesting thing between theatre and advertising. You see a play with something, or see a movie, because that's part of theatre, and an unusual character, maybe a small character, not really the central character, but he's so memorable that years later you say, "Did you see that movie? Yeah. Do you remember that?" "Yes, of course, yes. The one who gets into the lift, and then the lift button presses, and the lift shoots up to the ceiling, and suddenly he's in heaven." That one, yeah, yes, I remember it very clearly. So a lot depends on what impacts your emotional retina. There is a thing I coined the phrase, emotional retina. It hits you in the emotion. Forget about the eyesight, forget about the ear, but the emotions is where memorability stays. And whether you do it in advertising or any profession, that's what happens. Okay, theory number 2. This is an interesting one, called Tarzan to the Rescue. The challenge at Lake Gas was to produce a premium bath soap with freshness as its benefit. We did research, and I asked a simple question to the researchers. I said, the ordinary middle-class housewife has a very busy schedule from morning till night. Gets up in the morning, gets the kids ready for school, gives them breakfast, etc., then she gives the husband breakfast, etc., then she does the washing, the cleaning, the scrubbing, the something, and then suddenly it's night time and she's exhausted because she's been spending her whole life for other people. The only time that she gets to herself, interesting, is when she locks the bathroom door. No one can disturb her. She's all on her own. No, her mother-in-law, her sass does say, "Oh, Betty, kya tu? Kheta ho, maao do, massage kar lijiyega." And every 5 minutes there's always something that she's got to do. So this is the one time. So find out, what does she daydream about in her bath? Just less than 10 minutes in the bath. What does she do? What does she daydream? First thing you found out, she sings usually a popular Hindi movie song. You know, Bollywood is still king or queen. And then thoughts drift out of her mind. How can I escape this terrible life where day and night I'm treated like a slave? Nobody thinks of me, they only think of themselves, even my children, even my husband, whom I love, my mother-in-law, don't ask if I love her, and everyone who comes in touch with me is always asking me to do things for them. Only time is, I think I want to escape. One moment, very interesting, I remember her, she was a rather truculent, a powerful Punjabi woman. In the group discussions we had, said, I don't want all this. And one day, at that time, the big hero of the Indian screen was Dishul man? No. Amitabh Bachchan. For 30 years, he was the Dishul. Today he's grandfather Bachchan. But in those days, he used to ride a horse and sleep. My daydream is one day Amitabh will come on a white horse and carry me away. All this horrible drudgery. They made me a slave, Ghulam Bani. So that is a very interesting insight that I got out of that research. So that's the story. Yeah. escape from drudgery, want to be free. Amitabh Bachchan kind of thing. Totally on your own. No one to ask you for this and that or demand this. The challenge was now, if we wanted to make a film about escape, freedom, which would epitomize the soap and freshness, how would we do it? And then I thought back to the story of my childhood. You said you were in love. I've always been in love. I was in love in those days with Tarzan films. And the only reason I was in love with Tarzan films was Jane. Jane, played by an actress called Maureen O'Sullivan. And the time I waited anxiously, and I used to see that for 10, 20 times, was the time when Jane decided to have a bath in a waterfall. So from that inspiration or story, I got the idea of the girl having a bath in a waterfall, which means the freshest kind of water you could ever get. And just by herself, nobody to interfere, no boyfriends, no mother-in-laws, no nothing. Just she and herself, and the music was la
Little.
la 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 la. That was little, and it just swept everyone off their feet. People used to come running from the kitchen when they heard that finger, just to see it. And what was the film? I'll show you the film. The film was nothing but no story, no boyfriend, no nothing. It was just straightforward, simply a film of a girl being bindas, without care. And this appeals so much to the Indian housewife who was trapped in this prison of doing things and chores and so on, that it became the top premium selling soap in the country within a year. So let me show you the film, for those who haven't seen it. It ran non-stop in exactly this form for 12 years. And the girl who played, hold on, you don't bring it on so. And the girl who played the little girl was a girl who we got from Air India with a great deal of permission, because you can't take an Air India hostess to be a model unless you go to the managing director, who at that time was a very good friend of mine, Bobby Kuka, wonderful man. And he said, okay, but please give us a little credit somewhere, saying, you know, courtesy Air India, which we did. Today, if Air India asked me to use one of their hostess, I'd say, no, thank you. So anyway, so this is what, it's a classic film. My client said, Alyque, you made a film about Viral, I love it, but you don't talk about the soap, you don't talk about the lather, you don't talk about how long it will last, you don't talk about this, you don't. I said, look, this is emotional impact. This is how you really get into the consumer's heart and mind. So, let's put up the lights and run the little film. Why do we burden our audiences, TV audiences, with so much commentary? This is a beautiful soap, but let me tell you what's beautiful about it. It gives you so much lather. It has a special something in it. It removes germs. It does this. It does that. It does that. This film just said, here it is. It gives you freshness, and it was an instant hit. And the girl, Karen Ronell, became a celebrity on her own right because she acted in that film for 12 years. And when I said, please, she did for 12 years. She had double pneumonia by now. So this is the amazing thing that we achieved, and all because of a little film, or not a little film, but a Hollywood film that I saw years ago. Every time, Waiting for Jane, we created our own Jane, not Tarzan. Yeah. Now, let me go to story number 3. This is entitled "The Playboy Changes His Mind." Okay. We were about to launch a condom. We'd never done that. Linders had never launched a condom. And the market was dominated by, of course, Niro. Niro is the government condom, which is made by a mochi. Those who don't understand that, Taylor. And sorry, a cobbler. And so we did a little research. And we said, why don't young men use a condom? There's AIDS everywhere, there are STDs, there are sexually transmitted diseases, etc., etc., etc. And for God's sake, you're risking your life. And besides, if you've got already 2 children, maybe you'd like to, have family protection. Everyone who said, yes, we thought of it, and we bought it, and we threw it in the pond. I said, but why? Sir, it's like a dead man's silver number. I remember it was very clear. And a friend of mine, who used to be a great ladies' man, great playboy, he said, why are you trying to sell? Come on, nobody wants to do that. I'm fine, look at me, I'm healthy. And, how many girlfriends I have, etc., etc., etc. I said, listen to me, Ramesh, one day you will be sorry. He said, that one day will never come. I will never use a condom. That was a challenge. I went back to the agency and we all brainstormed. We said, how do we produce a condom that turns people on rather than turns people off? And that was the whole problem of condoms. And the government didn't realize this. Scores on promoting the Nero, but it never worked. They gave it away free. No? It never worked. Anyway, we sat down and we began to think about a sexy condom. The first thing we said is, how could we make our friend Ramesh feel that this condom is something prestigious, I mean, I even thought of a mad campaign to say that it's the kind of condom you wear when you go out at night feeling like a real man. Of course, very strange concoction there, because you can't wear a condom until the right time comes. Okay, so anyway, we brainstormed and we came up with a terrific idea, terrific name. Names are very important. Apple was a name given to a serious computer against IBM, who was the computer king at that time. And Apple won out because it's an unusual name for a computer, right? And that's why Steve Jobs is a genius. So we decided to call it Kama Sutra. Kama Sutra. Now, Kama Sutra, everyone knows, is the famous sort of, Bible on sex practice. And immediately they knew to suddenly take the Kama Sutra condom. Now they push. For people who are embarrassed to go into a shop, say, they take Kama Sutra condom. He said, the nickname of Kama Sutra is chaos. Just go into the shopkeeper knows, and just say, chaos in. So the people around that don't know the buying condom. Anyway, then the first person I tried it on was my friend Ramesh. Alyque asked me, understand that? I said, no, but this is a different condom. Yeah, they all say, you advertise it, you say the same thing, this is different, that's different. They're all the same. I said, well, Kama Sutra suit me. I said, Kama Sutra? Change your expression. Because Kama Sutra is not only a book, it's a very highly regarded manual. It's a very highly regarded book. This one. It's a very highly regarded manual. And it is, part of our history. Let's say this wonderful subcontinent has so many things. One of them is Kama Sutra is world famous. And immediately it gave it a certain lift, a certain prestige. And then, of course, we did things with it. We got a choose from a variety of Kama Sutra condoms. It's not just one, not just what we call only the vanilla fiber. Then we came across the big problem. Who was going to be the model that we choose to advertise Kama Sutra? And we said, my God, we asked several movie actresses at that time. They said, certainly not. A condom? You want me to advertise a condom? Alyque, are you serious? Finally, our client, and I must say hats off to him, J.K. Reddy, who owns the Kama Sutra brand, said, why don't you ask a young girl who's been making a lot of headlines recently, quite scandalous. Her name is Pooja Bedi. That time, and she's trying out in Bollywood and hasn't succeeded, but still she's known as this sort of sexy girl. So we asked Pooja, and Kabir Bedi, who is my friend, in fact one of my actors that was in his first play, said, don't ask me, ask my daughter. She's over 21, she didn't decide for herself. So we asked Pooja, and I must say Gautam Singhania, who was our client, young, dashing at that time, and riding fast cars and so on. And he asked her, she said, Condom, what's the name? Kama Sutra. Oh, sounds interesting. No. So he said, but I'll offer you a lot of money. She said, what is a lot of money? So at that time, believe you me, a lot of money, and she said it. He said, just offhand like that. He'd refuse, he's too high. He used to pay models a lakh of rupees. Maybe occasionally 2 lakhs, never more. She said, well, if you pay me a fee of 7 lakhs, I'll do it. He said, check, done. 7 lakhs for you. That's how Pooja Bedi became the sex bomb of India, the sex, the sex goddess of India at that time. And still, a very charming and lovely girl. The slogan we got, that got us into really hot water. The slogan was so simple, so, put together very neatly. It said, Kama Sutra for the pleasure of making love. Kama Sutra for the pleasure of making love. When it hit the newspapers, anyway, including us, they said, no, we can't print that. The government will be on us. What to say? Making love? What is this? This is the old days. Today, of course, Bollywood, there's nothing else. But I was called out by the Advertising Standards Council of India. Mr. Padamsee, how dare you publish in newspapers and make a film on a slogan like, for the pleasure of making love? I said, I'm sorry. I thought that was what condoms for. The reason for making love. What else would you use a condom for? Blowing balloons? He said, oh. I said, am I telling the truth? Well, difficult to say, but suppose you are. And that was it, they dropped it. Questions were asked on the floor of Parliament, believe me. First time I ever had my name in Parliament. They also inquired. And then they found out that it was legally absolutely true. That's all a condom is for. Yeah. And that was the story that when the ad was launched, created this hangama, and within 6 months, on a very small advertising budget, KS, Kama Sutra, became a national brand and is a national brand today, and is one of our few Indian exports. Would you believe it? Yes, because everyone loves the name Kama Sutra, and the whole world, yes, there are indeed condoms, there are lots of government programs, also private things that people don't want to have more children, or certainly don't want STD or AIDS, and Kama Sutra is a very, very popular brand. So, now that you are all hungry to see the film, I hope my dear son, Wasan, was at the thing, and the gentleman on the mic whose name will remain printed in the history of conferences, will now show us the lights out first and the film second.
And they own you.
And yours. Thank you. Someone then after they saw that the first time, they said, Alyque, can I have a word with you? So I said, yeah, what is it? He said, you seem to be obsessed with putting women in a bar. Little is in a bar, Kamasutra is in a bar. I said, yeah. You catch Lalita ji in a bar? So anyway, that's how it went. And overnight, Pooja Bedi, who's struggling to become a movie star, became a sensation. She was getting offers of lakhs and lakhs of movies just to appear in ads. She became the sex bomb of India. And this is what happened. Marilyn Monroe was the same. No one should think that, oh, Marilyn Monroe was a sex bomb. And many sex bombs have dominated the Hollywood and Bollywood screen for years. Now, just one little incident that happened. Recently, I was working with my client Imami in Calcutta, and they were fighting tooth and nail against Fair and Lovely of Hindustan Lever. And they tried a dozen different brands, but they all failed. And they said, what is it? I said, it's established too long, it's 30 years and it's in every village. So I thought to myself, I said, why are we always running after women? Why don't we bring out a fairness cream for men? So, no man would ever use a fairness cream. I said, oh yeah? I've just got some research that 30% of the users of Fair and Lovely are men. They don't buy it. They ask their sister or their girlfriend or their mother or their aunt to buy it, and then they use it. I said, my God, I know that. But what else? When you do a test, that men would really be so vain about themselves. I said, yes. So I took over a dozen shops, and I put a mirror in each shop, just at the entrance and exit place. And I hired a few college students to say, make a note of how many men and how many women pass that mirror and look into it. And you'll be surprised. The score was that out of 100%, 95% of women always look in the mirror. And at least 70% of men stopped in the mirror. They were all going, so it's 70% of the men stopped in the mirror just looking at it. Yes, they did. So men, let's face it, are as vain as women. They like to call women vain. Let me tell you, ladies, give them a big boo. In conclusion, I would like to state that storytelling is the smartest way to become President of the United States.